Hey YouTube world, harvest is plenty. I hope all is well. I have some breaking news for you guys. The United States, they just halted most civilian firearms and ammo for the next 90 days. These are the exports, not within the United States. These are things that are being exported out of the United States for 90 days. This is huge. I don't think this has ever been done before. Guys, we're headed to World War III. Let me read this article for you and then give you some commentary at the end. It says the U.S. has stopped issuing export licenses for most civilian firearms and ammunition for 90 days for all non-governmental users, the Commerce Department said on Friday, citing national security and foreign policy interests. The Commerce Department did not provide further details for the pause, which also includes shotguns and optical sights, but said an urgent review will assess the risk of firearms being diverted to entities or activities that promote regional instability, violate human rights, or fuel criminal activities. So not only they're doing, of course, handguns, probably like AR-15 type guns, but they're including shotguns and optical sights as well. Wow. Let's continue. The Commerce Department declined to comment beyond the posting on its website. The halt covers most of the guns and ammunition that could be purchased in a U.S. gun store, said Johanna Reeves, a lawyer who specializes in export controls and firearms with the law firm Reeves and Dola in Washington. Reeves says she had not seen the Commerce Department take such a sweeping action like this before. Quote, for sure they have individual country policies, but nothing like this, she said. Export licenses for Ukraine and Israel, of course, as well as some other close allies, will be exempted from the temporary halt in exports. U.S. companies that sell firearms, including Sturm Ruger and Company, Smith & Wesson brands, and Vista Outdoor, could be impacted by the export ban. Overseas customers, including distributors and stores that sell firearms. Exporters can continue to submit license requests during the pause, but they will be held without action until the pause is lifted. The pause does not affect previously issued export licenses, Commerce said. For shipments to government clients, exporters must name specific end users, while applications with unnamed government, military, and police users will be returned without action. Excuse me. Wow. So this is huge, guys. This is huge. I guess weapons that are going overseas are maybe being given to civilians or given to organizations that the United States deem as threats to themselves or to their allies, and they're stopping the exports of these weapons. But it's not to military, it's civilian firearms, and it's for 90 days. Think about what's going to happen to the prices of civilian firearms and ammo in America when there's a halt for 90 days and these companies who have these contracts who will be making these weapons and making ammo, they can't sell it overseas anymore for 90 days. So they're going to miss profits for 90 days, which means they're going to pass on the expenses to probably us, the civilians in America. So the prices of firearms is probably going to go up. The prices of ammo is probably going to go up. That is insane. Now think about this. Since this has never really happened before, what if the United States just comes out overnight and say, we're going to stop the sale of all civilian firearms and ammo and optics for the next 90 days within America? Say that goes by with an executive order. And then say during those 90 days, the grid goes down. What happens to the people who are not prepared? What happens to the people who don't have a firearm or who don't have any ammo or enough ammo? Wow. Guys, I've been saying for a long time, prepare, get your house in order. We are approaching World War III. And a lot of people don't understand what that means. Listen, let me just put it to you in plain English. World War III will result in the New World Order, guys. World War III will result in the son of perdition. The Antichrist figure in the book of Revelations and that Daniel and a lot of other books talk about, he will come out after World War III to bring a false peace to the world because war will be so bad. And when this Antichrist figure comes out, he will demand a worship of him and for people to receive his mark. This comes from World War III. And if you're a Christian, that results in the persecution of the saints from the book of Revelations. Do you guys understand the times that we are living in? In addition, America will go dark for a period of time. It's part of their plans. And most people are still not prepared. They still don't have food. They still don't have water. They still don't have medical supplies. They still have not stored up medicine for people who take medicine in their houses. And that's whether it's cancer medicine, Alzheimer's medicine, high blood pressure medicine, bipolar medicine, whatever medicine that you're on, you should have some medicine on hand just in case the pharmacies close. Like they did in Maine when they were hunting for this guy, the active killer who went into the bowling alley and went into the bar and killed, what, 18, 22 people the other day? They issued a shelter-in-place order for Lewiston, Maine, even up to Portland, Maine. And all the grocery stores closed down. All the restaurants closed down. The barbershops, all the gyms like Gold's Gym, Lifetime Fitness, or whatever gyms people go to, all of that stuff shut down. The fast food restaurants shut down. Everybody was scared to go to work because they were looking for this guy. So imagine if you were living in Maine and they ordered a shelter in place, and I think it lasted for about 48 hours. I think they just found the guy dead, and that's a whole nother story. What happens with a lot of people who, especially who are patsies. What happens if you're sheltering in place for 48 hours and you have no food, no water, you have no medicine because you forgot to go to CVS or Walgreens and pick that up? Think about that. What happens if an organized terrorist group hit America? Not just one guy who's hearing voices in his head. And by the way, this guy was not a civilian in Maine. He was a military firearms instructor. So he wasn't a civilian. He was a military firearms instructor who had access to weapons, and he was an expert marksman. He was a great outdoorsman. One of the military guys from his unit said he was the best shooter in their unit. So he wasn't a civilian. But and he went and caused this chaos and had over 350 cops and law enforcement people looking for him. What happens if there's a Mumbai attack in America? A friend of mine, we would always talk about that. Man, what happens if you have an organized group hit an American city? It would paralyze America. Shelter-in-place orders will be issued for a long time. Stores will close down. Everything was shut down. What happens to people who have no food or in their house, who never took the time to go get prepared for stuff like that? Guys, things are spinning. The wheels are spinning very fast. Things are moving very fast. I suggest you guys wake up, get prepared, trust in God, put Him first, because it's going to get chaotic. I will be back with more information soon. Love you guys. God bless.